Hello friends, welcome to Juani's Garden. My name is Juani. Friends, I wanted to give you a short clip of what's happening in the garden early spring. These here trees that are planted in pots are trees that I'm reserving to take with us when we move. Since we plan to move to a piece of land where there's nothing, I want to be prepared and have some trees with me. So here at this corner, these are my peach trees. Over there, those are my goji berries. They did really good last year. They produced a lot, and the plant keeps growing and growing. It was a small plant when I purchased it. Towards the end, my papaya, which survived, but it has no leaves right now. And in the blue bucket, they're just shade trees. The orange container over there, I'm growing. It's a mix of estafette and mint. So over here, this is another shade tree. I've been growing this for about two and a half years, maybe, possibly 3. And my pecans finally graduated to the outside. Last year, they were in a cage because the birds were pulling them out of the containers and dropping them. They were tiny, of course. And so in order to protect them, I put them in a cage. And so this was a year that they get transplanted. So there you see some of them. There's more over there. So they get transplanted to 5-gallon containers. And they are throughout. I have like 40 some, maybe 41 containers with pecans. I even use plastic gallons there. My oregano always makes it through the winter. And then in spring it starts growing really, really nice. Longevity spinach has been replanted. Since I was able to keep it, I kept the cuttings in water and they grow roots, they stay alive, and then in spring I bring them back out and replant them. So this right here is a rosemary plant. I haven't had much luck putting rosemary into the ground and seeing it grow. And I've had many failures. So I take care of this little plant in winter. I take it inside the house and then I bring it back out. But then again, because it's in a pot, it's not going to grow very big. And this little mint, I actually transplanted this mint into this pot because I'm giving it to a friend of mine. She watched the video. She saw that I had a lot of mint in the garden last year. So she asked me for some. So she's getting this one. Mint is very easy for it to grow and spread, but it's not that easy to pull it out from its home, the environment that it's used to, and put it into a different container or a different area. It takes a little longer for that process. So I started this last year and it's barely starting to come alive and look decent. I have a little bed here with my strawberries. And my strawberries are starting to grow flowers, which means that soon, and very soon, we will have strawberries. I've been growing strawberries for about a good, maybe, 8-9 years. And very enjoyable to see them grow. Very delicious. Okay, so here I have a fennel plant. And this plant here has been in the ground for about 3 years. I don't really grow the fennel for the fennel itself. I grow it for the feathery leaves. I make a tea out of it, and it tastes just like root beer. It is really, really good. My husband's favorite. Now, take a look at my apple tree. Look how beautiful those blossoms look. And it's pretty loaded. And those blossoms smell so good. This is a good indication that we are going to have a good apple production. This is the Gala apple. This tree produces really, really well. Every year I have more than I need, really, out of just this one tree. And then my peach tree, it's already done blossoming. It already has little peaches everywhere. And the tree, if you look at it, it's not big. It's not a very big tree. But yet it produces so much. Pretty soon I will be putting a net over it to protect from the birds because the birds love my peaches. And at around July, I will have a huge production of peaches. So we continue to move on. So more longevity spinach. So I had a lot of cuttings in the house. I've made it back to the backyard. And then here, this is celery from cuttings. And this survived the winter. It always does. Okay, I want to show you this. So that beautiful plant there is an arugula. And I let it go into bolting for two reasons. One reason is because I love the flowers. They're so beautiful. But then again, of course, reason number two, for the seeds. So pretty soon I'll be collecting seeds from this arugula. Next to it at the bottom, there's a tiny arugula that is also starting to bolt. And then next to that, I have 2 onions. I tell you, I don't do very good with onions. I have 2. But I planted some in the front yard. And I planted a lot. And so I'm hoping that this year is going to be the year that I will not buy onions at the store, as we use them for cooking a lot. Here are some fig cuttings. This one here also from cuttings. Another fig tree. And next to it, another one. This little tower, and truly it is little. Look, only 2 towers. I went back to the store and looked, because I bought these at the dollar store, and I went back to get more and they were gone. And of course I need to buy the exact same shape and I haven't found it, so I'll keep looking. I have peppers growing there, and at the bottom more peppers growing here. In fact, let me show you. Okay, I will probably have to thin them out. And over here as well, they're starting to come out. Peppers. So this whole area is peppers. Collard greens also bolting. Look at those beautiful flowers. I love those flowers. And again, they're gonna drop their seeds and they're gonna grow all over again. More pecan trees are back here, and this is just a holding space for now because, again, these are going to make it to our new property where they're going to have their final home. Hopefully grow some pecans. Lemon tree in the back. Another lemon tree. I almost lost my lemon tree twice due to the freezing temperatures. But it's getting pretty full with little blossoms also. Let me see if I can find some. There's a little blossom. Let's see. There's another one. I mean, they're so little right now. It's hard to capture them all. There's more up there. I noticed also that at the bottom, they're also developing little blossoms. So anyway, almost lost my tree, but didn't, thank God. This is a Mayor lemon. And that there is another Mayor lemon. You can tell the damage, and where I even have to trim it a little more, and then you can see where it's coming back to life. And I have another one, another citrus tree here that, again, the freezing temperatures was just too much, and look, it's coming back. So I have to take better care of these. Now here, that is a nectarine tree, not even a year old. It popped out of the planter last year, like at around June, July. So soon it will be a year old. And then, and I say it popped out because I didn't intentionally plant it, but I probably dropped a seed in there with the compost. So that's a pomegranate. That's this year, this little pomegranate is 3 years old. And so we'll see. We'll see. I don't know how long it takes for it to bear fruit. Now, down here at the bottom, this baby here is an avocado tree. But let me tell you my experience with avocados. They don't make it. I have been trying for years to grow avocados, and I have not had any success. I have had little trees that make it up to 3 years and then they die. So I'm not really sure. I think it might be the climate. It gets too cold in the winters and they just don't make it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. this little bundle of pots here, plants and pots, are also coming with us to the new property. Again, I don't want to go to my new property empty-handed. I want to green my space as soon as possible. Got some Mondale pine trees, and then my society garlic, it completely died, totally died during the winter, and then it started to come out, and right now it looks pretty healthy. And then over here, this is a cutting from my Mayor lemon that, of course, I'm taking that to the new property. And that's a cutting from my Gala apple. You can see it's got little branches and some leaves. And then over here, that's another cutting. It's alive, but I'm not seeing any leaf growth yet. So we gotta keep an eye on these, see what happens. Then over here, regrowing more longevity spinach. I love this vegetable so much. It is so good, and I am so happy that I discovered how to regrow it and how to propagate. Okay, so here also, so let me show you the planter from a distance. Okay, so that's the planter. So it's a good space, as you can see. So here, my grapevines are barely starting to come out. Not a whole lot of leaf coverage yet. Normally, this archway that you see here, it gets covered with green, completely covered with green, so it's barely starting. Last year, we didn't get any grapes. It was the first year that we did not get any grapes. The year before, we trimmed the grapevine too much, 90%, and we didn't get anything last year, but we didn't get leaves. Okay, so this year, look, we are getting grapes. Isn't that amazing? I was out here walking my backyard the other day, just back and forth looking at all my plants, and then I noticed these beauties, and I was thrilled, because they are throughout the plant. See, there, and there. I mean, just everywhere on this side of the plant, the grapes are just coming out. See there, and see there. There, look at over here. See? And like right there. Over here. Over here. On top. I mean, I can't reach that far. That far. Hopefully, you get the idea. So, the grapes are coming out this year. See? There we go. Right there and right there. So I can't wait to show you when they're ready and just these clusters hanging all over. Friends, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for visiting the channel. A small clip of what's happening in the backyard. I'm looking forward to having good results this year. See you all again soon.